Beautiful, ain't it? That underwater shot right there is so well done. Anyway, I'm back. Here I am. So let's continue, shall we? Yeah, the way they set up the music and everything, just to show off the underwater palace, Shisui of the Violet Tides. Good shit. Love the way they did that. Rolling the dice as always. Just to see what happens. Alright, Stormblood Part 4. Let's get on with it, shall we? The shadow of mystery deepens as the man who wears Xenos' face continues to move unchecked, sowing the seeds of strife from the heart of the Empire. All indications point to Ascian machination, and the arrival of a messenger at the Rising Stones sets the silence of the Seventh Dawn upon a path rife with peril, towards an unknowable destination. Alright, New Game Plus mode activated. Sisterly Act. Back to the Rising Stones we go. Is that Johnny Bravo? Holy shit, it is! I've seen him before. Yeah, I saw that real quick, right? Johnny Bravado, I think his name is. Like the, you know, the car brand in GTA. Bravado. Well, time to check in with everybody. He says the same thing as last time, right? We gathered... No, never mind. We gathered what scraps of intelligence we could. Myself from within Eorzea, and Alfino from his far eastern sources. But there's a limit to what a bloke can learn about the Empire from outside its borders. Still, I'd never think to invite myself aboard an Imperial bloody airship. It was impulsive, reckless. You've got to admire the lad's style. Oh, never mind, he did say that last time. I think nobody's changed what they said since last time. Yeah, we saw all this. Even Hori too, right? Yep. I recognize everything they're saying. Aner over here is still horny for both the boulders, right? These waves of brotherly love make my mind drift to naughty places. Yep. Good to know she ain't changed. Alright, Alize. Do we have news on Alfino yet? What the fuck happened to him? Sisterly Act. Alize is impatiently fussing with her link pearl. Oh, Leon. If you've come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Everything is exactly as it was. Y'shtola is still investigating primals in the Far East. Bankred is still gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces, and Alfino is still... out there somewhere. Damn, all that time and nothing's happened then. Shit. There's been no word since his first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls. And all the while, I'm just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. Begging your pardons, I bear a message from the Eorzean Alliance. Oh, something's going down. Thank the gods for that. We have a visitor. Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of Ascian interference, and they humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Okay, sure. Having assessed intelligence provided by the Alamican resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xenos' remains, they too suspect Ascian involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. As the foremost authorities on our foe, your Order's counsel would be most welcome. Of course, we should be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I'd say this one falls to us. By which I mean I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust? Of course. But literally, yes, of course I will. I'd rather not. I wonder what she says. There you have it. We accept the invitation. Thank you. The time and date of the meeting will be shared in due course, but I can confirm that the council will take place in Alamico. By your leave. I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely at a meeting would still be better than nothing I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Thancred? What's going on, man? Uh-oh. Now what? Alright, just be careful on the road back, you hear? Did I hear right, Rio? Is Thancred coming back? Aye, that he is. Says he's acquired some important intelligence. What the fuck was that? Jeez, sound like a massive explosion outside my house. There are lots of Father's Day parties happening on my street. Like house parties. Being in Garlean territory, though, he couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials were listening in. So he said he'd be back as quick as he could and to make sure someone was waiting for him in the Alamican Quarter. Understood. Leon and I will go. Why have I never heard this soundtrack before? Also, I just noticed Tori Boulder's listening to us. We're bound for Alamigo anyway, and there's sure to be time before the council begins. Come, let's be off. Now do they say different things? Thancred wasn't in any danger from what I could tell, but he did sound as if he'd been in a foot race with a chocobo. Whatever it is he's learned, he's in a hurry to share it. You'd best be on your way. You needn't worry for my grandfather. If you should grow lonely and start to... Okay, yeah. Nobody else seems what they said. What about you? You were listening to us. Nope. He was just looking in our direction during that cutscene, but that was it. Surprise the shit out of me. That's all it's that. Oh, that's it. Once you go up, you can't go back in. Okay. A little minor glitch. The locks. There's our boy Thancred. There's no doubting your talent for espionage, but the journey is long and the border's heavily guarded. You did well to make it back in one piece. Yeah, how did you, Are we gonna get to see some flashback of Thancred going through the wilderness all the way to Garlemald and back? Having to survive the wilds and stay out of sight from the Garleans? You two are a sight for sore eyes. Now all I need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will you? Traipsing through Imperial territory is thirsty work. I could imagine.
God, I needed that.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Quite. Without further ado, then.
He's like, damn, alright, thanks. Jesus.
After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well. The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance.
We learned this through the Iblis raids, of course.
But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
It gives them hope.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
Yes, that, thank you.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight. The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamigan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire. That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself, our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Doma has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
And who do they think orchestrated this summoning?
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, the Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
Yes. An Ascian wears his skin. But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
But Alphonse should have arrived by now. Could they be holding him there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphino's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
Our boy!
You spoke with Alphino?
Spoke with? No. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out. The burn.
The wasteland on the edge of Otherd. Something must have happened to them there. There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
I had a feeling you might say that.
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphino's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
Oh, far be it from me to change your minds.
Glad he's on the same page. Holy shit, a lot happened. I believe the two of you to your task and see to my own. Alright. Loath though I am to neglect making preparations for the council, we must act swiftly before Alfino's trail goes cold. I propose we first pay Hien a visit. He's sure to want to hear about these developments, and he may well be able to advise us on how best to reach the burn. A sound plan. Yustola is in Doma, is she not? I dare say she'd join you in the search if you asked her nicely. Probably, yeah. While you see to all that, I shall go and report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave any preparations for the Council to me. Alright. Thank you, Thancred. Right, to Doma then. We have much and more to share with Yustola. Much as I would like to visit Doma, it'll have to wait. I'll speed you on your way. Oh, and give my regards to Yustola. Alright. Summon Enclave. Shit's heating up again now, huh? That is curious indeed. While other matters demand my attention at present, I shall bear what you have told me in mind. Should you notice any change, do not hesitate to seek me out. Thank you, my lady. You are most kind. Well, well. Two faces from the dim and distant past. Come now, it hasn't been that long. Who was that you were speaking with? A local miner who supplies crystals for the rebuilding effort. Of late, he claims to have struggled to find a crystal with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Upon learning that I had some knowledge of ether, he came seeking my counsel. Just now, he brought me one of his recent finds. It was precisely as he described, devoid of elemental energy, and eerily reminiscent of the de-aspected crystals that manifested in Eorzean the days prior to the calamity. It would be wise to investigate this phenomenon more closely. History's about to repeat itself? Indeed. But on a more positive note, the locals seem to have taken a liking to you. More an interest in than a liking to, I think. The sight of a Mikote with a peculiar contraption upon her head has a certain novelty value in these parts. Any actual regard they may have for me, I owe wholly to you and the others who came before. Everyone here has been exceedingly cooperative, and I am pleased to report that I have all but concluded my investigation. Simply put, by focusing one's will upon an ether-infused object of worship, it is possible to conduct a summoning. Like Gilgamesh did to Enkidu, the rooster. And he happened to be surrounded by crystals. And then that's what made Enkidu the rooster become Enkidu, his old companion. But, you know, they're obviously referring to also the more recent example of this was Yotsuyu turning into Tsukuyomi. So the fact that they are objects of worship is the key. They are themselves suffused with the requisite belief. It doesn't just have to be a person. Correct. Such sacred relics are the Kojin collect obviate the need for religious fervor in the summoner. Yotsuyu being the most obvious example. She had but to associate the artifact given to her by Asahi with the divine, and it served to amplify her desires and give them form. Makes sense. A form nourished through the power of crystals also provided by her brother, and thus was Tsukuyomi brought into being. What about Susanoo, though? Susanoo kind of came to life on his own. Which brings me to the question of preventative measures, to which I have yet to find a satisfactory answer. At present, I know of naught that will avail us, save to keep watch over the movement of relics and crystals, as if we did not have enough to keep watch over already. I just remembered. The Kojin already had belief that the kami resided in those objects, like she was saying. So I guess it didn't take much to sort of provoke Susanoo into coming into being, even though they didn't specifically will that on purpose, though. The Kojin, I mean. That one was sort of an accidental summoning. But I doubt you came all this way to hear that which may be perused in a report. Has something happened to Alphina? Yeah. Holy shit, I forgot to do something. Not really a set of side quests, but alright, I'll do it later. Not overly important, but yeah. I shall join you in the search, of course. Thank you, Stola. I should be glad of your help. Truly. Let me see. Now, if there's nothing else, I shall go on ahead and request an audience with Lord Hien. Alize puts on a brave face, but she has little talent for concealment. We should join her at the Kainken. Yeah, she's extremely worried. Rightfully so. About her brother. See, this ends there. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Please. I'm looking at the chart of MSQ, the quests that we have, so I know where I can actually take a small break to go tie up this loose end that I forgot. It won't take more than a few minutes, though. Trust me, it's not another side quest or dungeon or trial that I forgot. Nothing like that. I should not have allowed Master Alphino to leave without an escort, but it avails us not to dwell on the past. We must focus on what can be done now. Indeed. There you are. I've apprised Hien of the situation. You know, I just realized Y'shtola and Yugiri have... I don't want to say they have a lot in common, they don't. But the way they talk, kind of. That's about it. My report can wait. Finding Alphino must take priority. Greetings, my friend. Alize has explained all to me. Needless to say, he shall have our full cooperation in the search, even if Alphino's trail does lead to the burn of all places. Feel the burn. Yep, that looks like the desolate fucking wasteland that we last saw Alphino in. Excuse me. The region known as the Burn occupies a special place in Garlean history. Every child in the Empire is familiar with the tale. In the distant past, it was a verdant land. Excuse me. In the distant past, it was a verdant land teeming with life, but successive summonings saw it bled dry, ether reduced to a desert. It was upon beholding the devastation that primals had wrought that Emperor Solus was spurred to embark upon his crusade against their kind. The burn offers a glimpse of the future we seek to prevent. Know you of any reason why Alphino might have gone there? Aye. Mischance. Though it lies on the route to Garlemald, it is no place to make a stop. My guess is they encountered some manner of trouble there. In any event, I am of the same mind as Alize. We have no choice but to take our search to the burn. Given the considerable distances involved, 'tis best we went by bird. Alright. Leon and I have our yoles. Yugiri, will you ready falcons for the others? I shall gather our swiftest birds. Near the House of the Fierce there is an overlook. Pray join us there once you have seen to your preparation. Alright. Time to use our yoles again. The House of the Fierce. Off we go. Milady. I think that's the level 70 dancer, Jotlan, but she dyed it black. Looks surprisingly good, I gotta say. I've only ever seen people use it in the default color, red. I'm coming for you, Alfina. Don't worry, Alize. We'll get there. Having named him an emissary of Doma, Lord Hien considers himself personally responsible for Master Alfina's safety. Naught I could say could sway him from joining the search. That's why he just rolled with it. With such a steed to bear me to and fro, I could perform my fieldwork in a fraction of the time. Mayhap I shall try my hand at this Bardam's medal. You should! So it's quite fun, actually. You'll love fighting this bird and taming it for your own, I feel. Is that a mark? Well, whether it is or isn't, I ain't got time for that shit. We gotta go. Yen? If everyone is here and possessed of a bird, let us away. Remember, our destination is a barren wasteland. There is no civilization to speak of for 100 malms in all directions. Take care you do not lose your way. Into the burn. Alright. En route to Garlemald, Alfino made a final link pearl call to Thancred before falling silent. During the one-sided and distorted communication, he is said to have spoken the words, "The Burn," the name of the vast wasteland on the western edge of Lothard. Once a verdant region teeming with flora and fauna, repeated summoning saw it bled of ether and reduced to a barren desert. But even in an unforgiving environment such as this, life has endured. In a fierce struggle for what little ether yet remains, the Burn's beastly denizens have grown uncommonly savage, and you and your comrades must contend with their dangerous ilk as you scour its white sands for Alfino's trail. Alright, in we go then. Favorite dungeon music incoming, by the way. My personal favorite dungeon music. Yes, even more than Kugane Castle. I know I said I like that one too, but this one's an absolute banger. That puts it to shame for me.
Make ready, friends! We are come to the burn!
Everyone, land where you can! We must wait out the storm!
That effect did fuck with my eyes a little bit. I was like, Jesus. Sandstorm effect. We landed in this little... Alright, well. We got separated, now we gotta go find a way to meet up with everyone. Treacherous terrain. These must be the de-aspected crystals that they were talking about. No ether in them. Devoid of ether, basically. Alright, let's go. headbutt. The bleach shelf. A miracle there's any life out here. I forgot that existed. Wrong fucking button. Whatever. I meant to do this. Oh, this motherfucker over here. I'll bring them all to this guy. Charred dreadnought. It's basically abandoned Imperial technology. A defective drone. Reinforcements required, but it is deploying auxiliary drones. Oh shit! That one just exploded. Deploying rock fighters. Initiating obstacle removal protocol. Okay. Simple enough. No. No more reinforcements for you, buddy. You're out. Forsaken Ruins. Oh yeah, this place looks like a login ruins. Holy shit. Aside from the music, this is another reason why it's one of my favorite dungeons right here. Look at this fucking view, dude. It's a wasteland, but I think there's still beauty to be had in it. Especially the skylight here. The way it goes from like white to blue as you pan upwards. It's just... it's awe-inspiring, especially with the music. I like it. Gotta take a moment to take it all in. But there was also something else I wanted to say. Well, you still already pointed it out. This is basically what would happen if we let primals live and just let them run amok. They would turn all of Heidelin into this. Devoid of all life. That's why I like that there's like a sort of gentle sadness to the song as well. And to the music. Because it's kind of like, it's beautiful in its own way, but at the same time it's kind of depressing and horrifying. If that's the best way to put it. It's also depressing and horrifying because it's like... the entire planet could end up like this if we fucked up, basically. I thought we could keep going, never mind. There we go. It's probably as far as we can go right here. Yep. Alright. Let's go. What?
I got bruises!
I have limited opportunity to use that soundbite, so bet your ass I'm gonna use it when it actually applies. Obviously, this entire dungeon, I forgot to mention, reminds me of Final Fantasy VIII, when Squall and his party with the passed out Rinoa, you know, making their way to Esther, and they're going through the desert wastelands covered in salt. This isn't salt, obviously, it's just land without ether, but still. It resembles that. It gives off that same vibe. But the boss at the end of that dungeon was Abaddon. Here it's this mist dragon, I guess. So yeah, obviously that's one of the other reasons I also liked this dungeon when I first came to it. I was like, oh shit, it's the salt flats or whatever they called it from FF8. It's a lot like that. Alright, asshole, me and you, let's go. The dragon dissolved in the mist. Striking the mist is futile, to do so only incurs the dragon's wrath. Destroy the draconic regards to force the beast to reform. Okay. The mist is coalescing. Strike now. Thank you, tutorial voice. Disembodied tutorial voice. Shit. Die, you piece of shit! Sweet. Good work. Holy shit, I just realized that's a gigantic sandworm. We passed right by that thing. I barely noticed that's what that is. Fucking huge. That looks like it could be the remains of Alfino's Garlean ships. The one he was riding on. It could be where our boy crash landed over there.
Ah, there you are. Between contending with bloodthirsty beasts and sand in my every conceivable place, I had begun to despair of finding you again.
Do you recognize the crashed ship over yonder?
He said every conceivable place.
Mistress Alize and I briefly inspected it. It is the vessel that bore Master Alphino away.
But there was no sign of him, nor of Maxima and his people.
War Machina. It would seem they were involved in a struggle.
There may be clues. We should split up and search the area. These were no ordinary soldiers. Over here! The insignia on this man's uniform identifies him as one of the Emperor's personal guard.
Hand-picked soldiers, answering only to the royal family.
That would explain why all the casualties are Garlean. They were fighting their own.
You're saying the Emperor was behind all this? That Alphinaud is his prisoner?
We don't know that yet. Alphinaud's fine, I'm sure of it.
Aye, we must not jump to conclusions. Besides, Alphinaud is more than capable of looking after himself, is he not?
I suggest we return to Doma to consider our options. Whatever happened here, Master Alphinaud is long gone, and any subsequent search may safely be left in the hands of the shinobi.
Where in the world are you, brother? If you die on me, I will never let you hear the end of it.
I choked up when she realized we were just trying to cheer her up and keep her, you know, basically keep her spirit up. After what me and Lord Hien said to her. She just kind of gave him that blank... Well, it wasn't a blank look, but the look she gave Hien when he said, you know, hey, Alphinaud's got, you know, Alphinaud can take care of himself, right? She just knew we were trying to comfort her, basically. Forgive me. I need a moment. On present evidence, we have no reason to fear the worst. More than that, I cannot say. We are no closer to establishing Master Alphinaud's whereabouts, and the suggestion of an Imperial plot only compounds matters. We have much to consider. Well, Ian? Well, that was a decidedly uneventful journey. I almost found myself hoping for a sandstorm. Again? Joking aside, I'd say our birds are due a good brush down in a seat or two, wouldn't you? Yeah, definitely. That was rough. Shadows in the Empire, not of. That was the previous quest name, wasn't it? I had hoped to steal a moment's rest after our little outing, but it would seem duty calls. A foreign emissary arrived in my absence. Do not let us keep you then. Actually, I was wondering if you might join me. Cannot think of a guest who could fail to be impressed by the presence of the science. At least none I should be happy to receive. Of course, if you think it will be useful. Thank you. Let us return to my manor then. Yes, my good sir. Let us in. See what's going down here. He knows she's obviously incredibly worried too. Lise!
Lise! What brings you here?
Jinx, was you still over there?
Oh, Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Hien. But that can wait. They told me you were out searching for Alphino. Did you manage to pick up his trail?
We got a hell of a story to tell. Not really.
Well, if he wasn't at the crash site, he might still have escaped. We have to keep searching.
And we will. Alphino embarked on this journey as an emissary of Doma, and I hold myself responsible for his safe return. I will have our shinobi in the provinces search for him as a matter of urgency. Chin up, Alize. You'll get to admonish your brother for his recklessness yet.
Well, someone has to do it.
I'm sure he's going to be fine. There is one thing I'm not sure about, though. You said it was the Emperor's personal guard that attacked Alphino's airship. But the Popularis would never have been able to arrange the prisoner exchange without Varys' blessing. So why would he sabotage his own mission?
They may not have been acting on Varys' orders. The guard answer not only to him, but to his family, the Crown Prince included.
When Yotsuyu summoned Tsukuyomi, Asahi was quick to proclaim that a dormant citizen had violated the terms of our agreement, that the negotiations had failed. And it is this version of events that is now being repeated across Garlemald. To hear the tale, one would think the prisoner exchange never took place. Plainly, someone is manipulating matters from the shadows. Most likely Xenos, or whoever it is that wears his face.
Hadn't thought of that, that's right.
Whichever Ascian you mean. We all know the nature of our adversary.
The servants of Chaos are true to their name. Their meddling has cost Doma a chance at peace. Whoever it was that loosed his personal guard, the Emperor cannot be ignorant of these developments. We must proceed on the assumption that our treaty is indeed in tatters. But come, Lise. You have journeyed far. Let me hear your petition.
Right. So the big news is that Alamigo has agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance. To make it official and discuss where we all go from here, the leaders of the 5 nations are planning to hold a meeting, and we were hoping you might come too. We've already seen what we can achieve when we work together, and the Alliance hopes to work even more closely in future. They think it's our best hope of keeping the Garleans in check, and I agree.
As do I. By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to a single front. I accept your invitation. I must, however, ask for time to attend to some pressing matters here. In light of recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Doma unguarded. Ere I depart, I must shore up her defenses.
Understood. I'll let the Alliance know. We'll wait to hear from you before setting a date. The meeting's to be held at the Royal Palace in Alamigo, incidentally. Do you remember the way?
Well enough. Please assure my hosts that I will not keep them waiting any longer than I have to.
Consider it done. And thank you for agreeing to come. If we all put our heads together, we're sure to find the best way forward. For everyone.
Did y'all see that flash of red? What the fuck was that? My capture card better not be shitting the bricks soon. Not now, of all times. Yugiri assures me the task of searching is best left to her comrades. I shall trust to their experience and focus on what I can do. Excuse me. That the Alliance would extend an invitation to Doma bespeaks the depth of their concern. Nor are they misguided. If Garlemald has fallen under Ascian control, the threat we face is incalculable. That's true. Also, hey, it's pretty cool that Eorzea is back to 5 nations strong and united. 5 nations like it used to be. And all of them united now, too. The entire continent of Eorzea. Now we can say it's a force to be reckoned with against Garlemald. It's getting there anyway. But, you know, just to be safe, they want to ally themselves with Doma officially, too. Not a bad idea. Don't worry, Alfino's been through countless trials and come out stronger every time. He'll be back, I'm sure of it. I'm sure our boy will be alright, I believe in him too. While we are happy to cooperate with the Eorzean Alliance, there are many things that Doma must do alone. Of course. I get that. My advisors and I will presently convene to discuss the matter of Doma's defenses. You are welcome to stay, of course. Had you not offered, I would have requested leave to remain. Where the Ascians are concerned, naught may be left to chance. As ever, we would benefit from your experience. I thank you for coming, Lys, even if it was on official business. I had hoped there might be time to show you the land you helped save, but I will settle for a fleeting visit if needs must. There never does seem to be enough time for anything, does there? But I did get to see a little of the Enclave. You've made excellent progress, I must say. And soon you'll have the chance to see how we're getting on, too. Till the meeting, then. Yeah, 2 nations liberated at once. Leon? I was wondering if I might have a word with you before I go. In private. Okay. Go on, my friend. I will send for Hakuro and the others in the meantime. Okay. Great. I'll wait for you at the docks. What does Lys want to talk about? We'll find out. Go on and see what Lys wants. I promise we won't begin without you. Gee, thanks. Also, who's she talking to? It's just another player. All dainty looking. Her stance. What's up, Lys? Thanks for coming. Knowing you, you've probably guessed what I wanted to talk about. Alize? Alize. She's acting as if everything's alright, but it's clear she's barely coping. I can't believe I called that. I wasn't actually sure. I was like, I'm guessing Alize. The Alize I know is overbearing, willful, and reckless, and that's fine. It's how she deals with feeling weak. She has to keep moving, or she's afraid she'll fall apart. Yeah. She almost fell apart at the Rising Stones just waiting to hear about Alfino. A lot like me. That's true. You two do have a lot in common, actually. But the thing about people like us is that we need someone to keep an eye on us. I had Papalimo, and now I have my friends in the Resistance. And Alize has you in the Scions. Before you start, I'm not saying you're neglecting her. I'm sure you aren't, and I'm sure you won't. But she's a good friend, and when I see her like this, I can't help worrying. So please, make sure you give her all the support she needs, alright? Leave it to me. Thank you, Leon. It goes without saying, but if there's anything I can do, you only need to ask. Well, I'd best be off. See you in Alamiga. I'll see you there, Elise. Lord Ian is expecting you. May I show you in? Please. I dare say I can guess the subject of your discussion with Lise. She too was never one for concealment. Fortunately for you, the individual in question seems none the wiser. Alize, yeah. Is everything alright with Lise? I won't ask for details. I know you'd tell me if it were important. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Don't worry about it, Alize. You'll be fine. Your return is most timely. We have just apprised these newly arrived of where matters stand. Oh, really? Akira, what's up, dude? We all had our suspicions from the start. It was Umbrella? Oh wait, no, that's Enrico. But a part of me was credulous enough to believe the Empire's promises. Never again. The Imperial Court is a nest of vipers, and any peace they offer is laced with poison. Yeah, just like the Arcadian Imperial Court from FF12. We saw how that worked out. Ah, there you are, my friend. Everyone has assembled, so let us begin.
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
Candid as ever, Yugiri, and correct, I concede. Fortunately, I have an idea. "'Tis plain no single nation can stand against the might of the Empire. And it was only with the aid of others that Dorma succeeded in winning her freedom. So, I mean to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own. In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Suinosato, and further afield to the myriad peoples of Nangsha and Dalmasca.
Oh, shit.
I am under no illusion. Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, we are united in our desire for freedom. If our neighbors could be made to see what is at stake, Ascian machinations and all, cooperation need not be so far-fetched a notion.
It may even seem practical. Under the guidance of our former leader, Master Louis Soir, we once strove to unite the fractious city-states of Eorzea. I dare say that experience shall be of use in your endeavor.
We should be glad of your wisdom.
For the record, I would have been in favor of this plan even if it hadn't been my grandfather's, but I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten, but the Garleans have airships. Lots and lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
Not if we deny them access to the skies. During our time in the Burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allagan ruins.
Oh?
As such ruins go, they were not particularly unusual. But something about the surrounding land struck me as odd. Faint though it was, its ethereal residue was uncannily similar to that of Azizlar. Identical, in fact. For locations so far removed to share a single etheric signature is all but impossible. I conclude, therefore, that the Allegans created the floating continent with land taken from the burn.
While that is a most intriguing theory, I fail to see what relevance it has to Dorma's defense.
Azizlar was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable even to an Agrius-class battleship. It occurred to me that those ruins may have enjoyed similar protection. I have no proof, but the Warrior of Light did report seeing a structure resembling other known Allegan field generators.
All right. But even if we could put up such an energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the burn. So what's to stop the Garleans flying around it?
Fuel. The Dalmascan capital, Rabanasta, was a key Imperial refueling point in the east. By laying waste to it as a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region. If an Imperial fleet were to advance upon Doma, it would now have little choice but to travel, as the crow flies, over the burn.
I see.
A word of caution. Even assuming the generator still functions, raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy. And few places are so bereft of suitable crystals as the burn.
Exactly.
A source of energy. Tell me, did the Allegans make a habit of launching things into the sky?
Curious question. Besides Azizlar, I know of only one other notable instance. The Red Moon Dalamud, whose fall triggered the calamity.
Just the 2 occasions, you say? Then I believe I may have a solution to our energy problem.
You do?
I may. To find out for sure, we would need to visit the Azim Steppe. Which would, I now see, present the perfect opportunity to discuss an alliance with the Zayla tribes. How very neat. What say you then? Shall we see whither this road leads?
I think I know what he's referring to now. They never touched on it in MSQ, but there's side quests that talk about what he's going to lead us to. I know what his plan is. I remember now, basically. We have fought long and sacrificed much to reclaim our freedom. I will die before I allow the Empire to take it from us again. Tell him, Makuro. Tell him. The reigning Ruby Princess is more receptive to the outside world than her predecessor, it is true. But what we offer is an invitation to war. Though I will plead our case, I fear we can expect little of Suinosaka. Yeah, but tell him I sent you, and maybe you might get some, a little bit of sway there. They kind of owe me a favor or two down there. The Ruby Princess and her BFF who looks just like her. Her twin. The Azim Steppe. I always wanted to see it. Oh. Yeah, you didn't get to come with us, did you? In the field of etherology, the Azim Steppe remains unbroken ground. Having missed your last expedition through injury, I mean to seize this opportunity with both hands. Hey, you still will get to see it. Power and slumber. It is settled then. I will journey to the Azim Steppe with the Silence. Yugiri and Hakuro, I leave our other neighbors to you. My apologies, but I won't be joining you. I am no etherologist, and what skills I do possess are unlikely to be of any great use to the mission. But more importantly, it seems to me that the ruins and the burn warrant attention. And so, while you are away securing an energy source, I will engage our friends at Garland Ironworks to undertake a complete overhaul of the field generators. We'll need them in good working order if our plan is to succeed. I trust there are no objections? Oh shit. That's a dumb answer. Have care on the burn. Have care on the step. From what I hear, the Zayla like fighting with friends almost as much as foes. Good luck. Don't remind me. Ugh, this is true. Just the three of us then. Very well. Shall we make first for reunion? Alright. Back there we go with these crazy-ass motherfuckers. I mean, it's a fun time, but it's just like, oh shit. What we're getting ourselves into just by coming back here. Motherfuckers are crazy. It's like we remember it, huh? 'Tis a fine feeling to be back. Were it not for our mission, I would like nothing more than to lie on the grass and watch the clouds float by. So this is the Azim step. The tales do not do it justice. It is very pretty. If you think the view is impressive here, wait until we reach higher ground. Shall we? Seeing as it's your first visit, permit me to show you my favorite spot. I'm in sync with this bunny girl here. She got really close to Yashtola there. A little bit of, let's fuck it around.
I will never tire of this vista. The endless fields, the boundless skies. 'Tis a sight to make a man forget his cares.
100% agree.
But not his purpose, I trust.
She can't see shit.
Might this be a fitting moment to tell us what we are doing here?
Of course. During my time with the mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past, when all seemed doomed, a wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove the tainted land from the earth. The end thus averted, to these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made unto the heavens an offering of blood.
A tainted land cloven from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens. Azizlar and Dalamud.
That was my thinking, yes.
And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Azizlar up to the heavens? I suppose that might suffice.
Worth a closer look, would you say?
I would.
Damn. Good thing Hien stays on top of shit when it comes to folklore and history, huh? Also, I forgot to mention this because the cutscene went on for a little longer and I forgot until just now. It's the weather. Wind. Planes of clouds moving like that. Anyway, the way, the tone that Yugiri had when she asked Justola what the hell anything of what she said had any relevance to Doma's defense. I was like, I didn't want to interrupt, so I stopped myself, but I was gonna say, holy shit, why such a defensive tone towards Justola? She's like, what the hell does that have to do with Doma's defense? I was like, damn. An intriguing myth, though I wonder how Nama came to be woven into it. And a log in hand, perhaps? I don't know, it seems those guys had their hands in everything. All across Eorzea. From here, we shall travel to Mol Ilum. There we may ask Cyrena about the particulars of the myth and raise the matter of an alliance with the rulers of the steppe. Of course. Ujeg, it's been a long time. On, know you will always be of the mole, wheresoever you go. Ours is the soil. Good to see you again too, buddy. So that is Cyrena. Least told me something of the woman, but I did not think that we would ever have an occasion to meet. I like how when Ian talked about the view, which I agree with him. It's great. This place just looks amazing, right? I like how Yustilla was kind of like, whatever, because she can't see shit. So you just see the ether flowing around, that's it. Tell me, do you notice anything different about the mole? How they carry themselves? That, my friend, is pride. I do believe their victory in the Nodum meant more to them than I realized. Strange. Amidst the radiance of your being, I sense a shadow. I pray it is but my imagination. Camelun again here with the ominous fucking... I don't know what they call it, but... ominous foreboding, foreshadowing, I don't know. You guys remember what she said to us last time? Ian, Leon, I am glad of your visit and the opportunity to welcome a new friend. How may we serve you? There is a matter I would discuss with the mole that concerns not only the peoples of the steppe, but of every land in the Far East. A shard of the shining moon left behind by a wayfaring soul. And you need this to protect our lands? I do. My friends and I wish to find the shard and ascertain the extent of its power. Will you tell me more of the place where it lies buried? This northern crag? If that is your wish, in the mountains to the north there is a cavern called the House of the Crooked Coins. Inside this cavern are pillars of stone that legend holds to be the source of Nama's power. There, I believe you will find what you seek. Ah, yes, I know the place. 'Tis a brisk walk from here. And what are your thoughts on an alliance? Should the Empire return, our lands will be engulfed in a storm of conflict, whether we will it or no. If we do not stand together, we will fall apart. This I believe with all my heart. However, among the tribes of the steppe, there are those who revere Nama above all else. To them, the pillars are sacred and not to be disturbed. Should you proceed as you propose, such tribes are like to spurn an alliance, prompting others to follow their example. That is my concern. But it is by no means certain that the pillars will provide the power you seek. Ere you risk the ire of the followers of Nama, might you not first visit the House of the Crooked Coin? If all is as you hope, we may then consider how best to earn their blessing. I thank you for your counsel. We will do as you suggest. I have no desire to give offense to those with whom I would join hands. Thank you for your understanding. Though the mole may reign over the steppe today, this decision will shape the days to come, and we would not force others into war against their will. Nor we. 100-fold stronger are they who choose to fight of their own accord. Very true. In a place such as the steppe, where myriad tribes exist side by side, it is important to respect each other's ways. And it would be wise indeed to respect the beliefs of those who would gladly render up body and soul to the Dusk Mother. Cyrena is quite right. Before we seek permission to use these pillars, we should determine if they are suitable for our purposes. Istola? Hold on, let me stand over here, actually. The Will of the Moon. Yes, Nama the Dust Mother. It seems the time has come to put my skills to use. Pray lead the way to the House of the Crooked Coin. It's like, see ya, cutie Cyrena. She is a cutie too. Yeah, this. This must be exactly what he was talking about. We came here very briefly. Well, we came really close to this place briefly and I missed you. There is one side quest that takes you here that is pretty dark. I thought about showing it on stream, but it's not relevant enough to the story. Maybe post-marathon content. I don't know. It's a yellow marker, so it's just kind of, you know, whatever. Well, it certainly looks powerful, but powerful enough? That you'll have to ask the expert. Istola? What's your take on this?
Such an abundance of ether.
Are we in luck?
We are. This is an Allegan artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether. I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Azys La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
That's great news.
What is it?
While the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area. An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma. Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Ilo.
Well, it looks like I was right about the pillars. Now all we need is permission to use them. That such an abundant source of ether should lie undisturbed for millennia. It is a miracle made possible by the stepp's long history of isolation. True, yeah. You found that which you seek, then. Great indeed is the Dusk Mother's power. If not less will suffice to protect our lands, the blessing of the other tribes must now be sought. Of course, but to which tribe should we appeal? There are many who worship Nana, but none are so fervent in their faith as the Dotharu. Their consent shall be the key. Those bloodthirsty maniacs? The Dotharu. Least spoke of them. A warlike tribe possessed of unique customs and beliefs. I sense their cooperation will not be easily won. Nay, but it will be well worth the effort. The Dotharu fear nothing, death least of all, and our alliance will be greatly strengthened by their presence. Let us go to Dotharu Ka and treat with their Hatun, Sadu. Man. Oh, I'm glad you're excited, Serena. Sadu is, she's hot, but she's crazy. Oh, hey, Lurkin. Good to see you. Welcome back to the stream. No, it's been a little while and my schedule's been spotty. Glad to have you, as always. While you meet with the Dotharu, I shall send messengers to the other tribes. If Sadu can be swayed, I am certain more will follow. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, yeah, hope everything's going well. You having a good evening? Holy shit, it got dark. Wait. Going the long way here. Doro Ilo. The abandoned village. So pregnant? I wonder whose spirit will find its way into my child's body. I eagerly await the day when the Khatun is at last able to gaze into my baby's eyes. Yep. It's not like it's been 9 months. Great faith gives rise to great strength, for better or for worse. Whatever it is that Dotharu holds sacred, we would do well to accord it all respect. Despite her fondness for battle, Sadu is an astute leader. If we plead our case in earnest, I am certain she can be persuaded. Well, I guess we're about to find out. Sadu, milady, please don't kill us. You again. Other matters demand our time, Han. Unless it is battle you seek. Alas, not. Quite the opposite, in fact. I'll tell her everything. Talking, always talking. You say the pillars hold great power? Of course they do. They are the source of Nama's strength. To the Dotharu, no place is more sacred, and we will make ash of any who would defile it. Though I see this is not your wish. You see the wisdom of our proposition, then? You will join hands with us? I said nothing of joining hands. You wish to wield Nama's power to defend these lands, and this I will allow. But for leaving the steppe to fight the men in iron, I would have something in return. Namely... the Pepe laugh face. Namely, battle with you, Han. Oh, I fucking knew it. This is why I was scared to come in here. The Nadam ended ere it began. I would face you again, alone, without distractions. Defeat me, prove yourself the stronger, and you shall have the Datharl as your allies. Surely these are agreeable terms? Oh, this is a not wholly unexpected turn of events, though I had assumed I would be the one required to fight. Alas, Sahatan has made her choice. Okay, thanks, Ian. Shall we dance? Shall I have this dance, my lady? Ha! It shall be a battle the step shall not soon forget. Ah, already my soul burns brighter. Prepare yourself, Han, and await me outside the car. I will gather my witnesses and join you anon. Jesus. It's like she's turned on by the idea. God damn. You're so obsessed with fighting. If she ever decides to have kids of her own, like Shar over here. I can imagine the mating would be pretty rough. Why are you still here? Go. Wait for me outside the hall. I will join you soon enough. Alright. Well, shit. Better make sure my gear's in order, I guess. Oh wait, I don't think you can use these in New Game Plus, right? No. You can purchase shit, but you can't repair anything here. Well, that's probably good enough. Yeah, we only went into the burn. Pretty much all we've done. Try as I might, I failed to see the logic in this arrangement. I can but conclude there is none. Yeah, exactly. When does fighting ever have logic behind it? When I was little, I would stride up to Gozetsu, wooden sword in hand, and challenge him. To his great credit, he never held back, and I had many a bump and bruise to show for it. He wanted to toughen you up, man. I'm not backing down. If she wants a fair fight, I'll give her a fair fight. We'll keep this on normal difficulty to honor her.
Yes! This spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this, Han.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
Speak not of peace. You stand before proud warriors of the Dathal. In the heat of battle do our souls burn brightest. We lay low the strong that we may rise higher. That is our way. The way of might. There is no other.
Oh, they do not want for conviction.
Indeed. It's what makes them such dangerous enemies. And such useful allies.
Hell yeah!
Enough talk! It is time to fight!
Well, you heard the lady. Alright. Come, Han. Let us dance. After you, milady. You are strong indeed, a worthy champion of the steppe. But you are mistaken if you think I will fall so easily. Holy shit, she got back up? Just because?
In death do our souls sing!
Not again. Ah, fighting you is pure bliss. Told you she's getting off on this. Such sweet pleasure. I will not suffer to end so soon. Yeah. Listen, lady, I'm not into that whole pain is pleasure thing, alright? Where are they going? They kind of revive anyway. Shit. Well, do not tell me that is all you have. My soul demands more, Han. Give me more! This lady takes effort to please. But I never fall short to deliver. I mean, I haven't before, I won't now.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
'Oh, my arms grow heavy, my eyes dim. But so long as my lifeblood flows, I will fight on! Yeah! She's just... Come, let us begin anew. 60 seconds to meteor impact. Oh, great. This is the reckoning, Han. One must fall. Shit.
In death do our souls sing!
30 seconds. Holy shit. God damn. Lady, you are one crazy bitch.
Yes! Yes! Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so! Come! We have only just begun.
Enough!
She will...
You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
I was like, she won't give up, and then this guy shows up.
The sun has come out to play.
Be gone, Moonstruck Oranir! I am busy!
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high, he reigns over all, now and forever.
Oh, okay,
Yet
that's
what
unmistakable.
should he find here but a battle to determine the fate of the steppe? A battle waged without his blessing. This will not stand. You, Doman! You who come to petition the warriors of this land, forget that all Nama's children are wards of the Oranir. As first among my brothers, your petition is mine alone to judge.
Subverting her authority now.
These words are as wind from a horse's backside. Plentiful, but your axe sings more sweetly. Let her speak for you.
Insolent child. You will learn your place!
Oh my god, these people, man.
Forgive me, Brother Nagnai, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
So be it. The sun will pass judgment on all. Didakul, join me.
Jesus Christ.
The sun is in good company. We may dance alone.
Yes, again.
Beg not for mercy, for you will have none. Bear witness to the power and the glory of Azim!
Constantly at each other's throats like rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into her. I have not the patience for this. But if we must fight, let us at least be brief. Come.
God damn, I love these people. This is great. This makes for amazing comedy. I fucking love it. This is hilarious. Even Justola is like, really? Like, what the hell? In the coming battle, you'll fight as Justola. Well, there's a twist. I guess Leon will be alright with the Thrall for now. Keeping her company, dancing with her, and, you know, pleasing her as she likes with fighting and all. Alright, let's do it. Come, plead your case unto the sun. Oh, we shall endeavor to be most convincing. When we have claimed victory, I claim Hien for the Buddha. Do as you will. The curse of the caster. To stay or not to stay in an AoE? Oh, right, the dot. Can't forget that. You too must learn your place.
Bow down before me!
Oh shit, I meant to do that, but... Focus on Magnar. Leave Didakul to me. Alright. Let's move this right along. If you left yourself open, Doman.
Concentrate.
You backstabbing son of a... Oh, spilled ill, you stole some healing would be welcome. Right, give me a sec. My fist swells with the passion of the Buddha. Every last drop I give to you, Hien. You're about to finish his ass off. Shit, I gotta heal myself now. So you still stand, but soon you will kneel.
Bow down before me!
Macwillan Lord!
Get him, Hien. Send him straight to fucking Broadway. There we go.
Before me!
Know the folly of opposing the will of Azim.
Tremble
Jesus Christ. These axes will not break. You have nowhere to hide. He's not wrong. They're not going down. Very well then. You stole it to me. What do we do here? Crush weapon.
Let us be about it.
Oh, there we go. So much for that. Predictable. Oh, what the fuck? What? He was 2 steps ahead of us. Every step you will take, every move you will make, the sun sees all. Nice song reference. Now fall! We're dead. We can't move. Time to finish this. Get him, Stola.
Ether, to me.
Damn! Ugh, what strength. What grace is this? Grace. I got a little close there.
Never have I felt such bliss in defeat. 'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Narma's power is yours to wield. What does the sun say to that?
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. But they have been judged and found worthy. It is the way of the Oranir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength. The sun shall answer your call.
You have our thanks. We are glad to call you allies.
You? By what are you called?
You stole her. Why?
Her face. She knows what's coming, I think.
Are you my Nama?
I beg your pardon?
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love. Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am all but certain.
This is too fucking funny. Here we go again.
Now, look into my eyes. Could it be? Could you be?
I am. Not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
You bastard! Little?
Oh my god.
Little son! Little son! within you, little son. Crave you salve to soothe the ache, fire to sear the wound in your heart.
God damn these people, man, they're going at it again!
We've wasted enough time here. Cyrano waits for word of our success.
Get the fuck out of here. Holy shit, these people are crazy. Oh my god. I couldn't stop myself. Like, my cheeks are hurting, dude. I just... Oh my god. That is the funniest shit ever. Like, that made me laugh more than all of, like, the Hildebrand episodes we just did. Oh my god. That little story piece has always stuck with me. I never forgot about it. And I was looking forward to it this entire marathon, I'll be honest. Especially once we got into Stormblood. That right there is just... That's comedy gold right there. The way Ystola just debates him. I am not interested. That's like, what the fuck? She set him up for... Damn, that's cold. Ystola, you can be a cold cat. Offended? Not in the least. I am no stranger to clumsy propositions, and that, believe it or not, was far from the worst I've heard. Damn, dude! I'm sure she's had her fair share of propositions. Jesus Christ. That is by far the funniest moment in all of Stormblood right there. Honestly, hands down. I can't think of another moment that's funnier than that. Magnai's unannounced appearance had me worried for a moment, but it was not his day to shine. Still, I cannot fault the man's bravery. Yeah, hey, he almost had you guys. I saw that shit. He almost had you guys. You had not only to contend with Sadhu, but Magnai too? Such a fierce battle that must have been. Yet here you stand, triumphant. Having passed such a test, they could not well deny you their allegiance. The mole will make no such demands. Weak though we are, we will gladly stand with you. The steppe is our home, and we will defend it with all our being. Well, thanks. You have my heartfelt thanks. Of all the tribes of the steppe, there is none I would rather have at my side. God's willing, many more will rally to our cause. I shall send you word when we have answers from all the tribes. I cannot thank you enough, Cyrano. None of this would have been possible without you. Also, at the end of the Doma story arc, in the main expansion, 4.0 basically, didn't Serena give a small hint that she kind of likes Ian too? At least a little bit, I think. That was subtle though. Though the mole have no love for war, we love our home fiercely. Should the steppe be threatened, we will rise up to protect it, as will full many other tribes, I believe. So our allegiance begins to take shape. Now, if we can just get that ether flowing again, it will have been a successful trip. Indeed. Ystola? A call. We have the requisite consent. It is time to put Nama's power to use. If the ether flows as planned, all that remains is to have the ironworks engineer do their work at the ruins. Come, let us return to the House of the Crooked Coin. The ironworks engineers. Excuse me. Man, Ystola was cold, but I mean, I was gonna say Sadhu was colder, but at the same time, it's not surprising that she would tease Magnai like that. Of course not, that was too easy. I still found that shit hilarious, though. Just as much this time as my first time. It was so fucking funny. She's like, little son! Her voice actress did an amazing job. She sounded like such a bully right there. I would not have the first idea how to awaken such a contraption, let alone control it. But then I'm not an Archon of Charlian. Yeah. I shall begin at once. You may wish to step back. Oh shit. Alright. Work your magic, Istola. We'll be watching. Still thinking about it.
Did it work?
It did. Ether may flow freely to the burn once more.
Shit. Good work. Our work here is done then. So maybe one day the burn will go back to normal then. Won't be a desert wasteland anymore. I'll kind of miss it though. Like I said, it reminds me of the Salt Flats in FF8. Also has a god tier soundtrack. You only get to hear it once because you can't revisit that place, but yeah. To manipulate ether in such vast quantities is draining, to say the least. I shall take it slowly for a while. And you earned it. I do not pretend to understand what you did, Yustola, but you did it. Thanks to you, and Leon, of course, we have taken a momentous step towards securing our defenses. Now, as much as I believe a rest is in order, we should probably make haste back to the Enclave. Agreed. The others may already have returned from their missions, and I would know how things stand. As would I. Without further ado, then. Excuse me. I think I was drinking water a long time ago, but... Oh, all the way back to the Enclave then. Oops. I'll miss the music and the scenery of the Azim Steppe. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Please, my good sir. My lord informs me you were instrumental to the success of his mission to the Azim Steppe. Though we hope to make many more allies, we could wish for no better than you and your fellow Silence. Oh, thanks, Hakurin. Each of the factions lent an ear to our petition. As anticipated, however, many were unwilling to do any more than that. Give them time. They might come around eventually, someday. Everyone has returned. Excellent. Time to take stock. I think the first group of people that might join us someday will probably be the Dalmaskins, since we already went a long way to help out the resistance there. You know, through Fran and everything that happened in the Evil East raids. It would seem we are the last to arrive. Alize? How you holding up, girl? Probably still worried shitless, but... Judging by your triumphant expressions, I take it all went well in the Azim Steppe? Indeed, we have secured a suitable source of energy for the barrier. Good. Tatara and I have commissioned Garland Ironworks to ensure that the field generators function as they should. A team of engineers stand ready to set out for the burn at a moment's notice. You need only say the word. I thank you for engaging their services on our behalf. The minutiae of the arrangement you may leave to me. Which just leaves the small matter of our alliance. So, Yugiri and Hakuro, how fared you with our neighbors? My lord, all of the factions we approached are in agreement that the Empire poses a threat, and many responded positively to talk of an alliance. From Hingashi and Suinosato, however, we received outright rejections. The former will not break its treaty with the Empire, and the latter will not involve itself in conflict. That was expected, yeah. Just as we expected, then. Well, there is naught to be done about it. We must focus on the rest. To each of the nations that were amenable to an alliance, I will personally send a missive. And once I have attended to that, I believe we will have done everything we can to fortify Doma's defenses. For the time being, at least. All of which means I may leave for the meeting in Alamigo with a lighter heart. Yugiri, Hakuro, if you'd be so kind as to hold the fort in my absence. And the generic samurai guy, yeah, him too. My friends, we could not have achieved so much in so little time without your help. For that, I give you my heartfelt thanks. Till the meeting, then. Until then. I took the liberty of asking Tancred to attend as well. He should have arrived in the Alamigan quarter by now. And let us not keep him waiting, shall we? Alright. As I mentioned, I have missives to write and some few other matters to attend to ere I depart. See you anon, my friend. I knew full well how Hingashi and Queen Osato would respond, yet it did not to lessen the disappointment when they finally stopped equivocating. Yeah. Are you perchance familiar with Naxia? I've only heard of it a couple times. It is the region to the south and west of Yangsha, and home to several small nations. Such peoples well understand the value of an alliance, and thus did many of them receive our proposal most favorably. Okay, maybe we'll get to see that place someday. Or those places. Back to the other side of the planet. In the blink of an eye. Woo. That was funny. I'm still not over it. I'd already fallen in love with the Azim Steppe and its people and the culture and everything. The majestic beauty of it all. But that was the last nail in the coffin, so to speak. I was just like, this place is awesome. Oh, that's right. Can you actually do this while in New Game Plus mode, or no? To commemorate the gathering of Alamigo's envoys, they've decided to open the rooftop gardens to everyone in the city. Would you like to take a look? Sure. So after you complete 4.1 MSQ, when Raban and, you know, when Raban and, why is her name escaping me? It's right there. Nanamo. When they have, you know, their moment where she lets him go and tells him to rejoin Alamigo. You can come here whenever you like after that. You can still see the damage from our battle with Shinryu. It's quite nice being able to come up here. I don't know if it's an instance that you can share with other players though, or if you're here by yourself. It is beautiful, especially at this hour. 8 in the morning. I like the music that plays here too, it doesn't play anywhere else. I got an idea. Just to move a little faster. Oh my god, these damn trees. It's a beautiful place to hang out. Alright, back to the story, shall we? Let us hope that the coming meeting passes more peaceably than the last such gathering in Alamigo. Yeah, that was quite something. Pretty epic quest battle, though. It occurs to me, this will be the first time I meet the leaders of the Alliance in an official capacity. More stiff greetings, pleasantries, formalities. Does that sound about right? Yeah, I know it's not your thing. It's more for your brother, but he's not here right now, so... Y'shtola has told me all, and I duly told Urianger and Cryle. Cryle in particular was concerned about Alphino, but... Excuse me. I assured her that everything that can be done is being done. She agreed to continue with her own task for the time being on the condition that I contact her the moment there is any development. Also, we haven't seen Cryle a lot because she's part of... You see this right at the beginning, it's not really a spoiler. You know that Eureka side quest I talked about that I'm not doing until post-marathon? She's part of that. That's like her little story, so... And yeah, I've never finished it before because it's way too grindy. I'll do it on stream though. As post-marathon content, as I said. It's gonna be a grind, but yeah. So that's why we haven't seen Cryle in MSQ, because she's busy doing that. Anyway. So, that leaves 4 of us to attend the council. Ehrenwald is here to assist with security, incidentally, though the poor lad seems altogether too distracted to the task. Another one missing Alphino, I expect. Ah, but it's almost time. When you are ready, present yourself to the guardsmen at the palace entrance. I shan't be far behind. Alright, Bankred, bro. Giga Chad. You can spare a moment after the proceedings. Consider seeking out Ehrenwald. A word from you would do wonders for the lad, I'm sure. Alright. I'll talk to him. Okay. Just checking. Ah, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Welcome to Alamigo. The Alliance leaders have already arrived. May I show you to the meeting chamber? Here we go again. Upon proceeding to the Royal Palace, several cutscenes will play in sequence. I recommend you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Yada yada. Yes. We got time. I'll be taking a break after this, though.
Mistress Lys, Commander Aldin, it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome the city-state of Alamigo to the Eorzean Alliance.
The pleasure is ours, Your Grace. I know I speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
So formal, he was literally just working for her.
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Lord Hien of Doma, at your service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
Nay, 'tis we who must thank you for journeying so far. And 'twould be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have played in bringing all of us together. In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions, without whom we would not be here.
With apologies to Lord Hien and Mistress Alize, it occurs to me that we have not gathered in this way since that fateful day in Uldar.
The day I lost my arm and my freedom. As I lay in my cell, never did I dream that I would one day be given the chance to represent my homeland at this council. I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, And Alfino. Would that the lad could be with us.
Yeah.
I too owe my presence here to Alfino. In so many ways. Until such time as he returns, I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
Come, friends. Let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand in the east.
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlemald, I dared to dream of a peaceable solution.
The Empire will not so easily change its ways. If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
The winds suggest but one course to me. One which leads from the sea unto the river and thence to the source of all our woes.
The Ascians.
Indeed. All here have felt their blighted touch. It was the bringers of chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions. They who bestowed upon him the secrets of summoning, as they have so many others before and since. And while they remain, we shall know no peace.
Our objective is clear. The question is how to achieve it. That our enemy parades about in Xenos' skin poses problems in itself, but ere we get to them, how are we to infiltrate the Empire and get close enough to strike?
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Ascians, an assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic: subterfuge.
You have an idea?
Speak your mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all. Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
Very well, Admiral. My proposal is thus. We dispatch the Shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
Well, it does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
That's true.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus' death.
Yes, that.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne. It is no coincidence that one of Varus' first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent, family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however. There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
This is a genius plan, man.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, the plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
Doma already has shinobi in place throughout the provinces. We stand ready to act, and act we must. What say you all?
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Ascian and test the Empire's unity. 'Twas his plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace. Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Ascians remain.
That's very true. Mighty Thancred, what the fuck just happened?
That way. Sorrow. History must be changed.
Who is this?
Ahead looms a calamity. Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life. Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you.
What's the matter?
Somebody fucking roofied me. Oh fuck, I'm not the only one.
There's a voice.
Spies in our midst? Nay, I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Is it over?
Master Thancred!
Back up!
12 for Fend. Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready. Swiftly!
Did he or did he not get poisoned?
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
What could have done this? And why just him and not the others?
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, milady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Okay, so he didn't get poisoned. That's why the sound effect didn't go all the way. I was just, I got it. That's it.
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors. Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Alize and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache. as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
Yes, I did.
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
Called?
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul. That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether, a consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian Lahabrea. The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to?
I know not. Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
As if you had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend. Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Thank you, Lys. As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with. Nor can we discount the possibility of Ascian involvement.
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
Damn. We lost our boy Thancred, his soul. But his body seems to be fine. For now. Never have I encountered such a phenomenon. If this is magic, it is beyond my ken. Don't worry about it, Mommy Kane. We'll get to the bottom of it. Don't worry about Thancred. I'll send word as soon as there's any change. Alright. If the Ascians are indeed responsible, we must take steps to protect ourselves. Though I know not how. Yeah. I just tried to call Urianger on his link probe. He did not respond, but I dare to hope that he possesses some knowledge we do not. Ah, Urianger! Something happened during the meeting. Thancred's collapsed. A disembodied voice suddenly started... What? But that's... We should talk about this in person. Alright, we'll meet you there. That was Urianger. He heard the voice too. In Thanalum? As we alone were afflicted at the meeting, I had my suspicions, but if the voice also spoke to Urianger, then there can be little doubt. The Scions were targeted specifically. By whom and to what end is the question, one to which we must find an answer with all possible haste. You've learned the emote Endure. This is where you get it? See this shit. It's a facial expression, right? Yeah. I don't think that comes across the way they want it to sometimes. I don't know. I think it depends on your character's facial construction, which is determined by the player, of course. I shall be interested to hear how Urianger's experience compares to our own. Me too. But, like I said, I'm overdue for a little break. So, that's what I'm gonna do. As always, I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. And then I'll probably just go for like another hour, hour and a half, maybe. Probably won't be another 2 hours, because I will have to go to bed soon, so. But yeah. BRB in about 5-10 minutes.